We got a question on how to schedule our training, how to schedule our workouts versus kind of freestyle training from Tristan H. So if you're interested in ideas of how to schedule your training on the daily and throughout the year, share the energy efficient basketball philosophy, my philosophy on training. Number one goal is to feel better, to move better, and to prevent late life sports arthritis. Secondary goal is to be a good basketball player. Tertiary goals are like be good at dunking, be good at shooting, right? But number one goal is to move better, feel better, prevent late life paralysis. So um, first, start off in the daily training. My daily training, your daily training should be focused on correcting immediate dysfunction and asymmetry. What I mean by that is, for instance, if I spent 8 hours at school today or at work today sitting in a chair, my hips are going to be really tight. So my immediate training needs are to increase my squat mobility, reclaim my squat flexibility by workouts of sitting down onto the ground, massaging the tight areas around my core. Um, or if I worked as a server, waiter today for 10 hours on my feet, then my immediate training needs are get to the ground, massage my feet, massage my lower legs, and all that. Um, Similarly, that's to correct dysfunction, but to correct asymmetry, for instance, if I'm a right-handed shooter and I have lots of right-handed shooting workouts, or I'm a right foot jumper, right-hand dunker, I need to schedule workouts where I shoot with the left hand and dunk on the opposite side, because if I don't do that, I'm going to get a really asymmetrical body, and what's going to happen is these one shoulder is going to be way tighter, stronger, whatever, and this tightness is going to pass all the way down, and my body is just going to be fucked up, and it's going to result in not feeling worse, moving worse, and it's going to lead to arthritis later on or some kind of injury, and I want to limit that. So the immediate training needs should be to correct dysfunction and asymmetry to have the most balanced body possible, right? To move better, feel better, prevent arthritis. That's short-term training. Question though, what about rest days? What about rest months or off season? Well, I don't really believe in full rest days from activity, because if you're taking a day to sit in a sofa all day, right? You're not really taking a day off. We're gonna have to pay that back with exercises to improve our flexibility, right? However, I do think it's a good idea to take rest days from specific activity to try not to do the exact same workout over and over and over. Because if we do right-handed shooting every day, we're starting to build on this asymmetry, and it becomes harder and harder to correct. So if we vary our workouts as much as we can, we develop a more balanced body and a more varied vocabulary of movement so that we can move in more ways. We don't become dependent on moving in the same ways, so that we have more options later on of how to move on and off the basketball court. Um, Rest months. And the same idea, if we take a couple months a year off specific activities, then we can work on really correcting those asymmetries more seriously, and we have more time to further develop our vocabulary. If all day, every day, throughout the year, I'm shooting right-handed jumpers, that's going to cause my body problems. So I don't think you should take rest days, but as lifters take different days to do different weights, take different days to move your bodies in different ways so that our body becomes more balanced, so we feel better, move better, and prevent that late life paralysis. Um, Last thought is every day we're scheduled for 24 hours of training. Our body does not stop, and this includes when we sleep, right? So, in the 6 to 11 hours we sleep every night, or whatever, however much you're getting, are you setting yourself back by sleeping on your shoulder, or sleeping the exact same way, or sleeping on your hip and screwing your hip up, right? Pay attention to your sleep postures, because throughout the night, a good night's sleep can wake you up energized and be corrective, but a bad night's sleep your immediate need in the morning maybe to try to stretch out and fix your shoulders or fix your hips from that sleeping, and that adds up because that's a lot of time. Um, and similarly, there's 24 hours. Pay attention to your postures at all times. Going up and down stairs is training, right? Sitting in chairs is training. Sitting on the ground is training. The way we brush our teeth, if we do it the same. So we're scheduled for 24 hours of training every day, no matter how we're moving, and we need to pay attention, study that so that we can correct dysfunction and prevent asymmetry, so we have balanced bodies, so we move better, we feel better, and we prevent that late life or delay that late life sports arthritis, so we just, have a better life. Um, this kind of training is slower for specific, right? My dunk gains are going to be slow. The amount of reps I can get up shooting are slow because I need to really space it out throughout the year. Um, However, I think that it's just a great way to go. So, I mean, take what you want from this video. Um, if you have any other questions or want to see a specific video, talk about something specific, let me know. Hope this helps. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. Much love, and I'll see you all in the comments.